Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of The Astral Calling here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. Woo. Before we get started, some announcements. Here they are. We have many other shows here on the channel. For example, on Saturdays, we have Salt and Strategy with Will, Matt, Chad, and Calf, who are all playing Baldur's Gate 3 together. I'm playing a bard, Matt's playing a Garl, Chad's playing a Dragonborn, and Calf's playing a Druid.
Everyone else gets a class. I get.
No.
Dragonborn's not a class.
Yeah,
that's
he didn't
just
give a class for mine.
That's true.
Yes, but everyone knows what Garl is.
Is it fighter? Barbarian? What?
I don't know what a
Garl
is.
Hold on.
I mean, I've seen Garl.
Just a
I would like to
material
know what
Garl in a material world.
One of those is a Garl.
I know who Garl is. I forgot Garl's class.
Garl is Garl.
Garl has no class.
Garl is a barbarian.
You said it. I was thinking it.
That may be
He
your
is an
headset
unclassy
thing.
broad.
Stream
all the rocks Garl has licked, I don't think she's that classy.
Will,
Stop licking
apparently
the damn
you are
thing.
only being heard in the left side of Emily's headset.
I don't know if that's a Emily thing or if that's a...
Yeah, I can hear them both.
I hear you in both.
Okay.
I hear you in both.
But that might be a stream thing.
It's quite
I was
upsetting.
gonna say it might be a
I have
stream
no way
setting.
of checking that. It shouldn't be a stream setting. That should be like a... Because I haven't changed anything from Wednesday, and it was good on Wednesday.
Yeah, well, you know.
Womp womp.
Weep womp.
Weird. Stream, if anyone else is experiencing me on mono sound, let us know and we'll have to figure it out. But Sunday, Cozy Co-op, Will, Emily, Sarah, and that's it, playing Sunhaven. I have my list of stuff I need to get done in Sunhaven right here. And I'll be going through that. What's wrong, Matthew?
I'm just reminded of my own checklists back in the day for Mass Effect.
Yeah. Then on Monday, speaking of Matthew, we have the Strength of Thousands AP, which is run by Matt. Will we make it to Usaibu? Join us this week and find out. God, I hope so.
Will Matt hand out early Christmas gifts? Who knows?
Who knows? Then, of course, on Tuesday, we will have the Starfield stream. We're going to finish Starfield this week, now that I have a new mic set up, and, you know, it didn't die on me.
Nice.
To give context to Rose and Maya, the mic that I've been using for the last decade has officially aged out of existence for drives. And stopped working.
After a decade.
Yes, the hardware is still perfectly fine, but the firmware? I don't know computers. I think that's right.
Software.
The software is apparently so old and not updating anymore that it finally died on me. Sad.
Rip.
So I now have an XLR mic, like a whole streamer setup, and it's great.
Aw, well, we like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Then Wednesday, Wild Ambition. Yeehaws. Our group is inside of some temple ruins. There's some deep lore happening. They killed a gargoyle who was just kind of an asshole last week.
He attacked us first of all.
Well, he was Lorgar's creation. But then on Thursdays we're off. And Fridays, of course, the show you're watching right now, Astral Calling. And why are you watching this show? Well, because of the fabulous cast of characters we have on it. Starting in no particular order with Rosalie playing Luna tonight. How you doing, Rose?
Hanging in there.
Good.
I am hanging in there.
Speaking of hanging in there, someone who probably has a good upper arm strength to do so, we have Matt playing Darius.
Curious where you've gotten this impression of my upper arm strength from these noodles.
You know,
Noodles.
I give you the benefit of hope.
Oh, I get a sore wrist dealing my cards. Yes, hello everyone, I'm playing Darius, the Forge Cleric. And question for the chat, what's the better movie franchise? Shrek or Kung Fu Panda? And don't let internet brain rot poison you.
Still
The
Shrek.
memes don't count.
Hold on, I'm putting up a poll.
Thank you, McKenna. Speaking of McKenna, of course, we have McKenna playing Evie
I'm not saying
tonight.
Shrek is bad, I'm just saying
You can
Kung Fu Panda's better.
check McKenna out on their TikTok by clicking a link in the chat below. McKenna probably posted something before this.
Yeah.
Is it Will or Matt slander?
It's actually Matt Praise.
Oh, and more Matt praise.
Oh.
Damn it. Now I have to sit in torment again.
Now-
Which
now-
is basically Matt, a negative thing for Matt, because Matt hates praise.
I'm not sure how
I
to feel
said
about
it's
this.
Matt Praise, and you went, damn it! Like, it was... Don't sit there and deny it.
Speaking of praise, someone who I don't know if they can take a compliment very well or not. They've never rejected one before from me. Maya, the amazing, playing Rash. How are you doing tonight, Maya?
I thrive on praise. My ego is the size of ego, so there's that. Hello, everyone. I'll be playing Rashtravglos. Here I am. Rock and roll.
Speaking
There's
of
balloons again.
That scared me.
speaking of rock and roll, someone who is
What?
rock and roll indeed. We have Chad playing Vim.
Yes, I'm playing Vim, Opteran Ranger, ready for fairy murder.
Yeah, fairy murder. With a few notable exceptions.
And hello, I'm Will, also known as Tabletop Rolls, everywhere on the internet. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you think is better, Shrek or Kung Fu Panda. This is a conversation
Poll
to
is up.
give you all context. This is a conversation that we were having before stream. So,
I mean, is it a really conversation when one side of the argument is very wrong and it's not me?
Okay.
Covered all my bases.
Okay,
Yeah,
Matt.
okay.
I hope you're
Get
aware
in the
you're
polls.
losing in the
Get
poll.
in the polls, people.
And yeah, with
Oh, by one vote.
election.
Wow, I feel so bad about that.
Of 2023.
Well, while 2023 is still happening, I'm going to roll the intro and get us into the game.
I have a pen.
He is small.
Last
He's
time
just a little guy.
on the Astral Calling, our party made it out of the Crucible program to discover that the universe had been changed.
Boo, change.
Specifically, the Ambrosia Rose system has been consumed by darkness. Dun dun dun. In addition to that, they also discovered that they had been basically out of commission for about a week. Also, they'd all gotten more powerful while in the Crucible program. It seems like the experience they gained there translated to real life. And they began to decide on what to do next, now with the universe changed and something beginning. After a short interlude and fear of Vim being body snatched after they were stuck in a cocoon, Vim found themselves back on their home planet in one way or another, which now has a name. It is the planet Amaryllia. And, yeah. Vim found himself back on their planet, where they met in Mother Myrtle's cabin with peaceful Peace Blossom, Queen of the Fairies. Asking where Mother Myrtle was, Vim was quickly told that she was out in the garden and would not be back for a little bit of time, but she did leave something for Vim in case they came back. That would expedite things. Peaceful Peace Blossom then went and grabbed some mysterious white powder and blew it over Vim.
Puberty powder! Yay!
Yay! A mysterious white powder.
A suit. And after a short amount of time, Vim found himself awake. Now in a new form. All mothy and pretty. Nubless.
Rip bug nubs.
Rip bug nubs.
Rip bug nubs.
They shall not be
Gone,
missed.
but never forgotten.
Gone
And
but
I'm-
not forgotten.
I now want to see that meme of John Mulaney in front of the grave, and it's just the gravestone is bug nubs, and we're like,
Is that John Mulaney?
I thought it
No,
was,
that's
actually.
not John Mulaney.
That's the guy from Arrow, isn't it?
No, it's the guy from The Flash, you heathens.
Oh, it's
Oh,
the other
yeah.
superhero
All right, he
thing
looks
that I
a
don't
lot
care
like
about.
John
So-
Mulaney.
Technically Glee, I guess, too, but we don't talk about that one.
I came to the realization, and this is completely off topic, chat, and I apologize. It was a very strange realization yesterday night, because one of the
That's off
songs
topic.
One of the songs in our light show is from the Glee Christmas special, the Haul Out the Holly, that one.
Yeah.
And the realization that I came in is like, half the people who sing this song had passed away.
Yeah.
Well, if you did the Turkey Lurkey song, no one who did that has passed away yet. And it's a lot
Unfortunately.
funnier. You get to hear Leah Michelle say "Hunty" in the most annoying voice possible, and it's great. I listen
You
to
say-
it every year around Thanksgiving.
You say this phrase, get to.
Yeah.
But
In
I
honor
say it with
of-
my whole chest.
jumping back on the topic, our party deciding with the aid of Vim's decision-making abilities to head back to Vim's homeworld to deal with some things and talk to Mother Myrtle and figure out what's going on with Vim. They began to make their way towards the Amaryllia planet. And I believe that we are going to be picking up during that journey. You are all currently on the ship. Some hijinks happened. I believe there was a Darius trying to pray moment. And then we showed Darius cat videos for a bit. And
It's
we
important.
are now going to be picking up basically as the planet is coming into view. On the sensors in front of you, the planet will appear on the screen in a sort of like, if you've played Mass Effect 2, the Mass Effect 2 style where you can like rotate the planet around. There's like all the little data. It is a bright and beautiful planet. There are white clouds that appear to be going over lush fields and oceans. And it is just a absolutely gorgeous place. As you like do an immediate scan of the area, there are a couple of spots that appear to be population centers, including one area that has a decently large sized castle.
Cautious. Before we set out, I can't recall if anyone actually brought this up, or it was just sort of a mood I was picking up, as the youths may say. But are we intent on regicide?
We don't know anything about her.
Well, we know Vim doesn't like her. And
I'm
that
saying out of character.
Okay.
That is information we don't have yet.
I've gotten mixed up in my head. Okay.
That's okay.
I mean, I'm kind of intent on it.
But we don't know that she's the queen or king. or what have you.
I do.
Okay, so you are intent on regicide then.
We don't necessarily know that she's up to no good.
I mean, I know she's up to no.
I'm not sure that entirely matters.
You always
to them.
think she's up to no good. She seemed perfectly peaceful last time we talked to her.
just because you don't see them in the act doesn't mean it's not happening.
Object permanence, what's that?
Bah. That is fancy talk for you young people.
Remind me, I'm so sorry, it's been
You're
a
good.
long week. We are on our way to Fairy Place. The reason out of character is because there's a usurpation of Mother Myrtle. In character, we don't know that.
In character,
And-
Vim has got a vibe and is asked to go home and check
What?
on things.
Yeah, there's a couple things. One was just not liking the way that last meeting went down, and Peaceful in general. One is there was that whole thing with the crossroad, but he didn't find it important enough to go there first before, but since we were close, it's like, well, we could. And then also the mention that Mother Myrtle was like making something for him, and it's like, well, since we're close, we might as well hit there first instead of jetting off further away. Especially because we'd had the conversation about not being prepared for the dragon yet, but maybe doing things to get us prepared.
Okay, yeah, that's what we're going. So we are headed there. Has Vim voiced any more so than usual that he's picked up more than a vibe, or is it just...
I mean, mentioned the Mother Myrtle making something, mentioned that the meeting was weird, and that, like, probably would have, when explained that he went over there, would have explained, like, she's just really cagey about where Mother Myrtle was, and given that she's been weird about hags before, she's a hashtag hag racist, that we're...
That was a phrase.
that it's compounding to bother him.
Okay, so as far as I'm concerned in character, I'm just going to see Mother Myrtle, and Vim is being the way Vim usually is about Peaceful Peace Blossom, and nothing is wrong.
Peace blossom.
Great. Okay, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
We are probably picking up something like, Mother Myrtle, I don't know how she is as a parent, but probably made him a sweater or something. I don't know. We are picking up care package, yes?
Oh, I don't know
Yes.
exactly. I mean, I don't know exactly what it is. I mean, my last gift's from Mother Myrtle, and he holds up the fingers, the lock-picking fingers.
Oh, useful. I see. She is useful gift giver.
Yes.
Vim,
Not
I
bad.
did not know that she was a queen. That is a castle down there.
Oh, that's not where Mother Myrtle is. Mother Myrtle is in the woods. That I don't know what that is. That's
as you're
Why
holding
would
up the
she live in
fingers,
the woods if there is a castle?
what's better.
3 balls of light will now appear
Oh.
onto the ship.
Don't like it.
Hold on. On the hull of the ship,
Shiny.
in front of us,
In
Are we
front of you, like in the room.
Oh,
Inside
boy.
the room. They're just going to dampen there.
There.
Oh, crossbows up.
Luna touches one.
There is a red ball, a yellow ball, and a blue ball.
Luna
Which one do
touches
you
the
touch?
yellow one.
The yellow one. As you touch it, you feel something perch on your finger, and you see sitting on your finger is a little fairy. She just kind of like waves towards you, Luna, and says, "Hello, I'm Gentle Breeze.
Hi,
It's
Gentle
nice to
Breeze.
meet
My
you."
name is Luna. It's nice to meet you too.
The red one will introduce herself as, "I'm Morning Dewdrop." And the blue one will introduce herself as Evening Bell. We are the Queen's consorts and escorts. We are here to take you to Peaceful Peace Blossom.
We love a poly queen.
Why?
Okay.
Kind of here to see Mother Myrtle.
Yes, she is with Peaceful Peace Blossom.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense. Peaceful Peace Blossom is very friendly, and I'm sure that she made friends with the Mother of Myrtle.
Yes.
Are
We
you
will be
drunk?
we will be landing at the castle. So if you want to just go to our pad there, you'll be treated as royal guests now that Peaceful Peace Blossom has reassumed her fairy throne.
Good for her.
Okie dokie.
This seems great to me. Show us where to park.
Yeah. And the three fairies will kind of, hey, listen, it's right there, and they'll direct you to the landing pad.
Wonderful.
Do they become like the guiding lights from like the airport guys?
Do they stay or do they leave and go out? And
They
direct?
stay. They
Oh,
stay.
boy. We are
So,
now
So,
under
what do
big fairy
question
surveillance.
for you? Evening, morning,
Oh boy.
whatever. What do you eat? What do you find appealing?
Sweets, cookies,
Mm.
cupcakes,
Interesting.
You
sugar,
have good
spice.
taste.
So
No,
many
it's-
nice things.
I'm starting to think I could shake something shiny and make noise and get a lot of goodwill on this ship.
Yes. Yes, you could.
Yeah.
Do you have anything shiny?
I'm not going to do it because right now I don't want goodwill
Then
that that would
don't
work.
make promises that you don't keep.
I never said I was
Yeah,
promising
man.
anything.
Then now I am disappointed.
Rash pulls out one of her many tubs of cookies and like gives them a cookie to split. Like breaks it off into very sized pieces.
Oh.
They devour it.
I, as you know, the
Wrestling.
ship
Like
pilot,
they
am-
Tasmanian devil the cookie pieces and just
I'm gonna
It delicately holds another one like in the center of them. Interesting.
While this is happening, I'm gonna do my due diligence to set the ship down carefully and make sure that, you know, the landing pad is actually safe.
Yeah. As you enter the atmosphere, the air from like the planet starts to mix in with the air bubble of the Spelljammer. Darius, can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Just me?
Just you.
Is it a cat thing?
Oh.
Darius,
Lord.
you feel a little bit itchy. It's nothing. It's nothing that like is harmful, but it's just kind of annoying, like a mild allergic reaction.
Oh no.
To what?
Is he having a hairball?
Allergies.
Can I get up? There's please
Oh, boy.
please tell me you're not like blindly trusting these fairies.
I am concerned about anyone who has redundancies in their name.
Well, they have given us no reason not to. They have welcomed us to their very nice, fancy chateau. They have given us
Again-
nice landing
Okay,
pad.
so what I'm hearing is it's really easy to kidnap people in this party.
I'm concerned that someone having the name Peaceful Peace Blossoms is like, hello, my name is not a war criminal.
I mean, listen,
This is
they
sound
haven't
reasoning.
committed war against us yet.
And this is my brother just following orders.
Maybe I should change my name to not a war criminal. That actually rolls off the tongue quite well.
I don't think it does. Is a middle name then, or is it, just one of those three-part names?
Three-part. Definitely three-part name.
Evie, you can make me a quick little nature check.
Nature check.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's a success. Evie, you know that the plant that this planet is named after is a toxic to cats.
Darius, you may want to find a suit of some sort.
I knew I
perhaps-
recognized that name for some reason.
Imagine a four-legged hazmat suit. Imagine it.
There is some on the ship.
Oh god, yeah, Darius has become the spaceman.
Well, you went to your homeworld, so Nito put some like stuff onto the ship for y'all.
Aw.
She did?
Yeah, there's little surprises.
Adorable.
Darius hasn't come
Can we
across.
Can we take the time to look at these surprises?
Do you want to look for another? Do you want to look for a Nito surprise?
Well, I don't know there is a Nito surprise, but I am going to look for some sort of air filtration device for myself, whether it's just, like a breather kind of mask or something with filters. What I might happen upon while I'm looking, I leave that to fate.
Make me a perception check. Or investigation.
Well, actually, let me check real quick. Yeah, perception. I have not proficient, but it is still better. But I rolled a nat 20 anyway.
Darius, as you are looking, you go to basically where like spacesuits would be hung up, and you do notice that there is like some sort of visor that is like mouse-sized, and there's a little sticky note attached to it that's in the shape of like that's been folded into like an origami cat's paw.
Hold on, you said it looks like mouse eyes?
Mouse-sized.
Mouse-sized. Sorry.
Yeah. There's a little like sticky
Thank you,
attached
Rose.
to it that's been folded into an origami cat's paw.
Complicated skill.
I mean, it's another form of craftsmanship, and I appreciate craftsmanship.
Do you unfold the note?
Sure. Do I have to do certain color combinations
No.
or something?
On the inside of the note, it simply reads, "I love you very much. I look forward to seeing you again. Love, Nito."
Oh.
Oh.
Look at
All
us
right, well,
having like nice relationships on this one.
Next up for a radical character decision, a perfectly happy backstory. My parents were loving and supportive, and they're perfectly alive right now.
Aww.
That just sounds like a red flag. That just sounds like a death flag waiting to happen.
Depending on the DM, absolutely.
Yeah.
I can't say anything, but
When Darius comes back in his suit or his breather or whatever,
it's like the breather. So it's basically like a visor. It's not like a solid thing. It's almost like a hologram that's just like filtered.
I don't mind wearing a cool space helmet.
Yeah, wear a cool space.
Samus
helmet.
Aran. No.
Samus Darius.
Siamese dairy? No.
No.
I think of cats,
No.
tons.
thing.
No, that, yeah, no.
That's a different thing.
Yeah.
Isn't Samus her name? So wouldn't
Yes.
it
Yes.
be Darius Aaron? Like, you could shorten it to Derriere.
Period.
My God!
And that's the name of the episode.
I mean,
Wow.
Darius doesn't wear pants.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, and you should say it.
This is the most pantsless party I think I've ever played.
I mean, do you wear clothes at all, Evie, or is it just your body?
It's not.
It's just me.
yeah. I mean, Luna has clothes.
Oh, natural.
Vim doesn't.
No, I have the like a little bit of leather armor, just kind of on
Yeah.
the torso.
It has some like roby
And, like,
bits, but
Rash is a little old lady,
pants.
so it can happen either way.
Rash
think-
absolutely.
Some
sleeps
days
in the
Rash doesn't wearing clothes. Other days she's dressed entirely in purple. Who knows?
bath. Rash dresses basically how like Grandma Sophie dresses. Like Rash is rational. However, Rash does sleep in the nude and will sometimes nighttime cook. So make of that what you will.
That's
If
not
you wander
safe.
in,
If you start
if you
frying
wander
something,
into the kitchen,
Vim has
she's
seen
got like a leather apron that she puts on that says
Oh
like "Kiss the
my.
cook."
Vim has seen the full Rashi a few
Yeah.
times.
the full Rash. Oh my god.
Oh, Monty. Like,
The full Rashi.
Oh, that could be
Vim
the
thinks like
episode name.
nothing of it.
no.
It's just like
I'm sure.
it just means there's food tonight.
Yeah.
As Vim scuttles along the ceiling.
Oh yeah,
And,
now like in the times where they're sleeping, Vim will sleep, but it's like the bare minimum. And then if anybody's like awake and just in the room, they'll occasionally, as he makes his rounds around, they'll hear like the like skittering, and then they'll hear the whoosh of the wings, and then they'll hear the skittering and the whoosh of the wings.
Fair enough.
Anyway, I'm putting this ship down.
Yeah,
Rash
you land
keeps
the
a
ship,
nightlight on for Vim.
and the three fairies sort of gather you all. And as like the gangway lowers and you're able to exit, you see waiting for you is a full, basically 2-company salute. There's a number of Eldrin with like these like very fancy looking swords stuck towards the ground in like very nice armor. There's some trumpets playing, and like music is accompanying you as you all leave. As you exit the ship, the three fairies fly up, and Gentle Breeze speaks up again. Now announcing the Queen's guests. First of all, we have Evie. And
Hello.
there's some like applause from like, you can see like there's like been stands set up on either side of like the gangway for a whole bunch of like fairies and other fey creatures that are just like applauding you all. Luna. Rash. Darius. And Vimbus.
That's not my name.
His name is Vim. It's just Vim. It's not short for anything.
You see a little note is held up in front of you with like the names written down in Peaceful Awesome's handwriting.
They did that on purpose.
Call Vim this.
Did it on purpose. And Vim is gonna like lean down to Evie and just like, now she wanted me to kill her husband for her, and I didn't do it. So there's not really a reason she should be this friendly and welcoming.
Maybe she just likes us.
She was always nice. Plus, we let her out of her captivity.
That's true. Without us, she wouldn't be queen. So
Yeah, I don't think that carries as much weight as you guys are hoping it does.
We freed her, did we not?
Yeah,
We did.
not everybody has a long
It
memory
was the
of
right thing to
gratefulness.
do.
it was the right thing to do.
I don't know. She immediately followed that up with being really weird about the way she said hag. So I don't know. It's a toss up on that.
You three of you are escorted through the castle. It is a beautiful castle. It is like marble brick, lush red carpets, flowers along every sort of pillar and every single walkway. The windows have these like gorgeous red lilies that are just like these like red spider lilies growing out of planters outside of them, and it is a beautiful sight and very regal to behold. As you're being walked through the castle, you see like a number of guards, a number of Eldrin guards, all standing at attention, many of them unmoving. If you like walk by one of them, like they won't acknowledge your presence, even if you like wave your face in front of them. They're very proper and very focused on their duty.
Do they have large fur-covered hats
No, they have these like lovely.
and enjoy tea?
They have these like lovely, like almost flower crowns that are like multicolored, like a shift between seasons. So, like there's like leaves from the spring, leaves from the fall, leaves from the summer, leaves from the autumn, leaves from the autumn.
I
get what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
I assume all of these soldiers and guards are fairies as well.
They're Eldrin. A lot of them are Eldrin. There are fairies. There are even some drow mixed in. It appears to just be like a full suite. Everyone on this planet has been united by the looks of it.
Interesting. Rash, as they're walking along, scoops up a handful of the flowers, and like of the ones that are edible, she picks out the other ones and just like starts chomping it.
They're mostly spider lilies. I don't know if spider lilies are edible.
They are not.
Yeah.
In that case, Rash will not think about it, take a huge bite, and then spit it out immediately.
A bunch of fairies come and like pick up the spit out spider lilies and then put them back into the planter, and then a new spider lily grows from it.
Interesting.
You are all brought to a sitting room. There's like a lavish couch as well as a table and some chairs, and on that table is a huge spread of food. There's a number of cookies, there's a bunch of like jam busters, some donuts, some parfaits, a whole bunch of fresh fruit, a charcuterie board. It is not poisoned or diseased. Everything here is safe to eat.
I can cast that spell. Just
Love the choice to put
See,
donuts in there.
This is one of those out of character knowledge things. I feel like I know something about accepting or eating fey food or something, but
I would
Darius doesn't
say
necessarily know that.
I feel like
Well,
Rash
it's-
as a goblin would know that.
Yeah.
You would. That only applies when you're in like the Feywild proper, though. This is just a Fey planet. This
Still
isn't
technically the material plane.
yeah, this is still technically the material plane.
Good power play on chomping and spitting out their hospitality. I like it.
Evie starts going after the sweets and
Yeah.
passing some to Luna.
They're very good. They have those
Mm.
like cookies that have like the little bit of jam in the middle with that like
Jammy
cream.
Dodgers?
Yeah.
I would say thumbprint cookies as well.
I was about to say the same thing, Maya. That's so funny.
Rash is gonna not
I love
necessarily.
Jammy Dodgers.
Jammy Dodgers are good. But Rash is going to not necessarily eat, but she's gonna like sample things and like see if she can pick out like different recipes.
The three fairy companions that you have here, Morning Dewdrop and Evening Bell, have basically like left the room at this point, but Gentle Breeze remains with the group. She says, the Queen will be with you momentarily. She has a little bit of business to deal with this morning, but after that's concluded, she will come and meet with you here with a lovely little lunch. So please enjoy this appetizer for tea. And
Thank you.
she just kind of goes and like floats, and she sits on like a little fairy perch beside the door.
You will not partake as well?
I mean, if you're okay with me partaking, I will, but I don't want to eat your food without you, having your fill. Please.
It seems like
absolutely.
there is plenty here.
All right.
Consider this an invitation. We would love to have you join us.
She flies down to the table, and there's like a tiered cake that she just straight up Tasmanian devils the entire cake.
Oh, wow.
I love it. I love it.
And then she's just like, I love that cake. There's another one, so I don't feel guilty eating this. But that was nice.
You have an impressive capacity for consuming food. How do you do that?
I don't know. I just eat when I can eat, and I eat as much as I can.
Interesting.
But you
So how
ate
quickly
roughly
do you-
300 times your own body weight. How is that possible?
Well, part of me is wondering, Evie, if they burn just as many calories with their wings going.
Like hummingbirds.
Perhaps, but there is still the capacity for volume inside of them.
But also makes sense as to why they need so much sugar.
I'm concerned that Evie's very scientific mind is going to butt up against some frankly illogical things here.
Don't know. Perhaps they are only considered illogical because no one has figured them out yet.
I mean,
Rash is going to try some of
Sure.
that Tasmanian cake.
Yeah, it's a really nice cake. It is a multi-layered cake. There is a strawberry sort of like, not a strawberry puree between the slices of like white sponge cake. So it's like sponge cake, strawberry puree, sponge cake, chocolate puree, sponge cake, vanilla cream icing, and it's like a Neapolitan cake. It's very nice.
Interesting. As Rash goes to take another bite, she scoops out the vanilla one and just kind of
You
wipes
just take
it.
this off. You just take the icing off the top, and
I want only the chocolate and the strawberry part.
that's fair.
Just wipes it on like the table.
Vim is not eating any of this. One, he doesn't get nearly as hungry now as he did before, and two, he knows that even if she's not on his side about his opinion on the fairies, he knows that Rash will have snacks on her, and she will, at the very least, indulge him in him eating from those snacks instead of this food.
Some trail mix for Vim, just like a little baggie. But yeah, as you're all sitting in this meeting room, a band is brought in. It's a singular person, though. They have several instruments with them. They just kind of like tap their maestro stick, their baton, to a music stand, and each of the instruments begins to basically stand at attention, floating in the air, and some like lovely music is played for you all for the morning. After about half an hour, the music stops, and the tea, snacks are cleared. Whatever was still there is cleared and taken away, and lunch is brought in. There appears to be an entire roasted boar in the center of the table.
Nice.
On top of that, there is what appears to be a very like lovely garden salad that is centered with like strawberries and has like a strawberry vinaigrette. In addition to that, there's also like a strawberry soup and a pretty nice like hearty sort of chicken noodle soup as well for everyone if you wish to partake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Evie tucks into a reasonable portion of this as well.
Nice.
Rash will ignore the soups. And the strawberry. She had her fill of dessert in the first round.
Yeah.
So she'll grab grab a good hunk of boar thigh though, and just like chew on that.
As y'all start to chow down on lunch, Gentle Breeze stands up on her little perch and says, "Now announcing our queen, Lady Peaceful Peace Blossom." And music begins to play. Bum, ba-da, bum, ba-da, bum. The door opens up, but not the entire door, just like a pixie-sized door on it. And floating through it, yes, Matt?
Just for the record, Darius has not removed his helmet and so has not partaken of any food.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Floating through the door is Peaceful Beast Blossom, flanked on either side by Morning Dewdrop and Evening Bell.
You said Peaceful Beast Blossom?
Peaceful Beast
He said
Blossom.
He said Beast Blossom.
I thought it was Beats Blossom.
Some sick
Peaceful
beat
Beat
blossom.
Boxer.
My friends!
Break it down.
It's so good to see you all again.
Hello,
It is good to see you too.
I hope you're enjoying the lovely lunch I got organized for everyone.
It is delicious.
Good.
Compliments to the chef.
Of course, while you're here, you're my guest, so you shall want for nothing.
You?
Okie dokie.
To
It
what
is the
do we
least I
owe?
can do.
To what do we owe all of the finery? This is
But this
mean,
is simply
really
my
spectacular.
kingdom. This is what happens when fairies rule.
interesting.
Oh,
Better than when
they
Smuggies
should rule
roll.
everywhere.
Yes, I agree.
This is awesome.
But that is a conversation for another time.
So what's the conversation for today?
Well, I believe that you're all here as my guests, so I was going to ask what brings you to Amaryllia.
Oh, Vin wanted to visit Mother Myrtle.
He's picking up care package.
Yes, Mother Myrtle. She is out for a walk in the gardens right now, but she should be back tomorrow morning at the latest.
She's going to be out all night?
Yes, she's been working on some fabulous fae plants. She says that she may be able to make some brothers and sisters for them.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Must be some sort of
Imagine how many
exhibitionist.
nubs that could be, Evie.
So many. There'd be new nubs. I miss the nubs. I'm
Oh.
sorry, Vin.
Interesting.
Yes, we actually have a dessert named after Vim's bug nubs on this planet. It's the holes of the donuts.
As a
called
Canadian, I
balls.
find that offensive.
Rash packs a whole bunch of those into a Tupperware.
We could call them donubs.
Donuts.
I love your thinking, Evie.
And none of you see it? Really?
Flames
What?
up the side of my face.
Be what?
This would be the
This is a lovely
easiest-
tribute.
This would be the
This is
easiest
how you
route
bond,
to-
yes? You are razzing each other for fun, yes?
No.
Yes! You should hear the way Vim speaks to me. He often says he'll kill me. It's a wonderful joke.
Man, why would you say that to Peaceful Peas Blossom of all people?
Oh no, this is how siblings fight all the
Kid,
time. I've
goddamn
seen
you.
it in my own children. This makes perfect sense.
I'm on your side with this, Vim.
No, I'm right now. My eyes are on McKenna and her enjoyment of in-character gaslighting.
The best part is it's not even gaslighting because she fully believes her own bullshit.
But yes, of course, while you're here, you are my guests. So the least I can do is show you a good time.
Thank you.
This afternoon we're actually having a little bit of an exhibition. The fairy knights are going to be taking
My
a
days
flight.
of exhibition are long over, but
The
thank you.
Oh no,
Well, you
the
could still watch.
yes, the fairy knights are going to be doing flight exercises on their ladybug mounts.
That's not what the ship's kitchen says.
That sounds delightful. Ladybug mounts, how fun.
As you're like looking around, you do notice like some of them starting to fly in like the skies. The ladybugs are corgi sized.
That's a little concerning, actually.
I love that.
Orgy bugs.
Yes.
Orgy bugs.
Orgy bugs.
Queens and
whatever.
corgis. They go
Makes sense.
together.
Makes sense.
But yes, so of course we'll have that this afternoon. And as my honored guest, you are of course welcome to sit in the royal box with me.
Oh, how fun!
Yes.
Interesting. I've never sat that close to royalty before. Usually I'm just on the front lines.
Well, technically speaking, I was simply without my kingdom when I was released. But, you know, now that I've gotten it back, it has been quite nice.
It looks very nice.
I'm really happy for you, Peaceful Peas Blossom. You look like you've done a really good job and that you're really thriving.
Thank you, Evie. I hope that I can spread this prosperity across the universe someday.
Just a curious
Was that a red
question.
flag? How
Just
lovely.
Just a curious question. And all
Yes,
the
ma'am.
servants and soldiers here, everything. Were any of them serving the previous monarch?
I mean, yes, some of them were. And she looks about. Oh, like over there, Sir Galad. And you see like this Eldrin knight walking down the hallway in like this full plate armor with this like burning sword, great sword in their hands.
It's just
Oh,
He just kind of
Curious.
waves and goes back to walking down the halls.
Interesting that he just carries his sword around like that. Is it a sort of security blanket thing, or what's up with that?
He like it. It's part of his duty as a guard. He carries his weapon with him at all times. It's a
I mean,
flaming greatsword.
you carry
yes.
your flaming pan with you all the time, Rash. Is it that different?
Well, I keep my pan on my back like a normal fighter. He just seemed to be wandering around with his sword out.
It's more like on his back, like.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
That's fine. Acceptable.
His greatsword is safely stowed. Do not worry, Rash.
It was more just a commentary as to like why.
But yes, of course, you are all welcome to join me if you'd wish. If not, we have rooms prepared for you all. Unfortunately, and this is a failing on our infrastructure, we only do have 4 guest rooms, so 2 of you will need to share a room if that's all right.
Oh well,
Not
I
nice.
believe we can store Luna and Evie together as they are bonding so well nowadays.
That's true. We're
not
also
mind.
both on the smaller side. We don't take up
Okay.
as much space, so that makes
Yeah.
a lot of sense logistically.
This is true.
so the smaller side. Luna's the second tallest person in the party.
She's still short.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Yeah, it's just we're all really short except Dan.
This is so true.
Can I have a little whisper aside with Peas Blossom?
Yes, of course. What is it, Rash?
So, is there only, is there 2 bunks in there or 1 bunk in there?
I mean, I can make it have 1 bed. Are you sort of trying to make a ship sail here?
It's sailing on its own. I would listen. I can always
He's an
do with
ally.
more grand. I can always do with more grandchildren if you know what I mean.
Then perhaps you need a gentle breeze to help you along.
There's
And
steps.
she
There's
winks.
steps to that equation. There's steps to that equation.
Yeah, love this exponentially.
And you see gentle breeze heading off to prepare the room.
Darius has
Subtle
never
high
felt so
five.
awkward in his life.
Well, did we want to make our way to the training grounds to see the ladybug races?
Maybe in a few minutes. Could we get like a moment to just huddle? Me
Oh
and
yes,
my
of
friends
course. We shall leave you be. Simply tell Morning Dewdrop when you are ready to go, and she will escort you. And you see Peaceful Beast Blossom float back out through the fairy door.
Said it again.
Peaceful Peace Blossom.
You said peaceful beast blossom.
Peaceful Peace Blossom float out through the fairy door.
Don't worry. Once she's filled with bolts, you won't have to say her name anymore.
I was gonna say it's just a Freudian slip. She's gonna turn into a beast.
Maybe what Will is subtly hinting at here is that this is an imposter Peace Blossom. This is
Emergency meeting.
This is her evil twin sister, Peaceful Beast Blossom.
Tug the group off to where we can kind of just talk.
Yeah.
I'm getting the hint that some of you have never heard of such a thing as Too Nice.
I'm right here with you, man.
Well, you're not part of that sum.
Oh, okay.
I mean, she has given us no reason thus far to mean us ill. I can see no reason why she would.
Okay, so...
In fact, we have been nothing but helpful for her so far. Except for you. I can understand why she hates you.
So, from the start, one, she immediately had racism. Immediately. Part of the first conversation ever had with her. Then, the last few times I've, been here, and then the last times I've been to Mother Myrtle's, Mother Myrtle was curiously not there, always on a walk. Let me explain something to you. The entire time that I was with Mother Myrtle, and I could not give you it was my entire existence, pretty much up until months before I met any of you. Mother Myrtle didn't go on walks and just not be there. That wasn't a thing she did. She didn't go on walks. She was always there.
Maybe she's got a little bit of empty nest syndrome with you gone.
But it is but maybe. But you shouldn't dive into that when it's also odd behavior. And conveniently, every time I'm around, suddenly, Mother Myrtle just happens to not be here right now. Second, she tasked me with killing her ex-husband, who was the former monarch here, and I didn't do it. And then she's welcoming this much on top of the... There's enough red flags, and then just overly accommodating. Just we haven't done anything really for her. Like, we let her go, but I'm just...
I don't know. They don't seem any
She's
less
just
accommodating than the other places we have been.
evil.
Doing well and happy to see us.
That's a very optimistic way of looking at it. But there's enough red flags that people should be paying attention to.
Can I make...
Hey,
No, I
maybe
did
she
not
just
see
wants
any flags. There
something.
were flowers.
She potentially, I could see, was wanting something from us. Maybe she needs a job to do.
That could be it. Also, Vim, I feel like it is prudent to mention that I know that we just escaped from a very bad situation. with 3.5. I don't think every situation is going to be like that one.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm not saying every situation. I'm saying this situation has a lot of bad air around it. And it started from the first conversation and has continued to progress. And you have all, not all, not Darius. The rest of you have dove so completely into immediately trusting her and just taking her at face value, but only the
I
things
would
that
not say
you do.
trusting. I would say made a calculated decision based on previous interactions.
I'm saying, but even you're more suspicious. You've been more suspicious of other people. You're taking her on face value way easier.
Because she's nice to me.
She
See,
seems
that's the problem.
legit.
It's
Yeah.
that's too nice. She's too
Some people
very
were
in
nice
the
to
face.
them.
That's
Nice.
true, Vim. Some people are
Despite
just
the
nice.
fact, but
Some people
when you
are
add it
nice.
to the other sketchy stuff, then
I did
maybe
not
that
see any
nice
sketches.
is kind
Is
of a
she
mask.
an artist?
Vim means that she is untrustworthy. Look, I think there are plenty of people we have met that are equally as nice with, checkered situations. I just don't. I just think that maybe you're a little on edge because you went through such a big change at the last stop.
Is my opinion now different than my opinion was before?
I'll say he has a point there.
That's
I would also,
true.
I don't have a great deal of substance to add to this particular discussion because this is all very much kind of outside my area of expertise. But I would like to say I am falling probably on Vim's side of this particular discussion. We were often taught at the monastery that those who are truly, I hate to use this word because it's overly simplistic, but those who are truly good and kind and thoughtful and selfless are often humble and do not have great airs about it, and that if people seem to be overly friendly and overly good, that this is more a cause suspicion than admiration. And I do worry about anything that seems too good to be true off first impressions.
Bah.
But this
Listen,
is like our
I've worked
second
for many.
or third time meeting her. And,
I have also.
and she did not name herself Peaceful Peace Blossom. That was her
true.
parents.
We
fault.
don't know.
I'm not really
We
going
don't
on
know
about the
that.
name at this point. I'm just.
Oh,
I will also say I
Oh,
have
no,
worked
she
for
is the
many
queen.
regimes as part
I
of the
think
Goblin
queens
Horde.
have to be extra.
And I will say, anyone who treats their workers this well and seems to run a good kingdom where no one is complaining, honestly, seems like a good regime to be a part of.
Or the people that were complaining are.
Also, I object to any sort of
Listen, sometimes that happens. I've been on that block myself a couple times, if you know what I mean.
I object to any sort of hereditary or non-democratic leadership system.
Also, especially with the whole I want to spread this all to the universe. That sounds pretty
But think how nice the universe would be if it was full of food and sweets and flowers.
Yeah, that's true. If we
With
made
the
an ally of
underlying-
her, this would be a sincerely good relationship to fight whatever that nonsense is going on in the Ambrosia Rose.
you've
Galaxy.
seen
I don't
This
know
could
about all
potentially
of that
be-
part.
you've seen one 20-minute walk and one room of her rule. There's a lot of claims being made about how good her rule is off of 20-minute
don't have a
walk
lot of-
and a couple hours in one room.
I'll
We don't
also
have
say
a
I
lot
know
of
where
things to
Viv is
draw.
coming from on this again as somebody who has been part of regimes before. But listen, regimes rise and fall all the time, and who are we to say who gets to fight what battle? Am I right? If she wants to try to be the next conqueror or whatever, she can have her hat at it to try it out. Maybe it will work out for her. Maybe it won't.
I do not think that she is going to wage war. She is
Oh, Luna.
Oh,
Itty bitty.
okay. She seems
She
pretty
is
pretty
peaceful,
okay with
peace
waging
blossom.
war.
I think if she just showed everybody how nice things could be, that smart people would agree with that.
Luna, I am itty bitty, and you have seen me fight.
You are bigger than her. She's like the size of my finger.
All I'm gonna say is this: is that be wary, but also don't be unkind, because she could be a very powerful ally or a very powerful enemy.
Also, Darius,
Yes.
Evie has a point on that last one.
cover me real quick. Get between me and that one over there. Motioning towards the fairy that's in the room.
I walk in front of Vim. I'm very confused.
I pull out
Oh.
the spyglass of revealing
Mm-hmm.
to give
Oh.
myself true sight for 1 minute.
Oh.
Nice.
Nice.
Is
Nothing wrong with
anything
that.
different?
Vim, as you look about with true sight, at this moment, there is nothing revealed to you.
No.
Okay, I've got a minute, so I'm also going to go to the windows.
As you go to the windows and look out, you see a beautiful kingdom. You do see one guard in the hallway who's a little bit thinner than what they appear. It appears they're projecting an illusion to make themselves look a little bit more buff than they actually are.
Relatable.
Okay.
Does Darius do the same thing?
Darius is his
No,
minor
I'm
illusion to
speaking
give
of
himself
Matt.
his back legs.
Oh.
Okay. No
He's just
no
a-
prominent. I get back
Tabaxi.
with him after I've had a
Centaurs of
deep look at him.
projection.
And so, okay, no
That would be a great twist, actually.
no pressing
He's so fun.
no pressing illusions in this room or right outside these windows. I just had to.
See, it's not
Make
a
sure.
lie.
Well, that doesn't mean it's not a lie. That just means there's no pressing illusions.
Also, true sight only allows you to see things as they truly are. It doesn't extend your vision.
Yeah, I can only see in this room.
You are still
and what I-
limited by your
and
normal.
what I can see out the window. Like that's all that I can get from
It
that.
sounds like you're making a lot of.
Well, how about you bring your
I
doohickey
don't know
to the
the word for
ladybug
it, but you're
field?
making a
and-
Well, I
lot of
can't-
guesses about
I only
what
get it for a
could
minute
be
a day.
instead of what's in front of you.
That's because things are very rarely just what's in front of you.
Well, she said that Mother Myrtle would be back in the morning at the latest, yes?
Yes.
So, if she's not back by tomorrow morning, then we do something. How about that?
Just everybody pay attention and don't take everything on face value.
Okay.
I mean, that should not technically always be the case, but especially here.
I don't know. I like it here. I see why you like your home.
This is nothing like my home.
Weren't born here?
Not here. I was in the woods. The woods that we were. I think it's technically a different version of this planet, but we were in woods that base practically never ended, and it was just me and Mother Myrtle in the woods, in the stream, in the forest, and we did not have. Freeing Peaceful Peace Blossom was the first fairy I'd ever met. Mother Myrtle didn't associate with fairies.
Well, it sounds like she does now.
See these sudden changes.
Oh, Peaceful Blossom was trapped before, and now she's out, and now they're friends.
She wasn't the only fairy in existence, and Mother Myrtle didn't associate with fairies. And also, as soon as Peaceful Peace Blossom came out of that thing, and we had a conversation, she was very negative about people like Mother Myrtle.
Well, it sounds like that was mutual.
Mother Myrtle
The
didn't say
same
anything.
on both sides.
Mother Myrtle didn't say anything negative about fairies. She just didn't associate with them. We never had fairies around. She didn't talk about them. There was distance.
Well, how long has
separation.
it been since you've seen her? Things could have changed. It may not have been suddenly. It may have been over time.
Going the entire time I was here before, and then within months, suddenly she's super close friends with a fairy that doesn't like hags.
I mean, It has only been a few months, but I consider myself very close to you.
Yeah,
That's true.
was I a thing that you knew about and had a distaste for before? No, because nobody knew that I existed. Nobody knew that
I don't know, Rash, did you like
for
bugs
1,000
before?
years.
Some bugs are very tasty, yes.
But she has
See,
not eaten
Em,
you.
Rash
Oh, I
probably
would never eat them.
See?
I don't know if you guys realize that I'm a person.
I do realize that.
Okay, that conversation started going in a way that seemed like maybe that wasn't obvious.
Vim is a person, not grub.
Well, you were a bug person. I
A
am
grub,
a bunny
not a
person.
grub.
Evie is a slime person. Darius is a cat person, a horse person. And Rash is a green person.
The funny thing
Matthew,
is,
I swear to God, if you open your mouth and "What's a horse" comes out, I'm going to reach through the screen and throttle
the
you.
funny thing about it is, without an already preconceived idea of a centaur, nothing about Darius would scream horse.
I mean, I don't have hooves. I have
Because
4
it's
legs.
just a big
A lot of
cat
things
body.
have 4 legs.
Yeah, it's just a big cat body. So, like, that's the funny part to me.
Cat sandwich. We've been over this. It's a cat human sandwich.
That would imply that there's another cat on top of me.
The idea is your head, I think, is more cat-like, and then the body is
Cat head,
like, and then
human
the
torso.
body is
That's a
Cat
weird
leggies.
proportion sandwich.
Fan
Cat
artists, you know what to
sandwich.
do.
The
was-
weird
I'd say it
proportion
was a well
sandwich,
put
Matt.
together sandwich.
You made this sandwich. No lie in it.
I was perfectly happy with it. You're all the ones raising a weird stink about it.
You have grilled this cheese. Now eat it, Matthew.
I want.
I love a
want
good grilled cheese.
Made this sandwich. Now lie in it on a T-shirt.
I mean,
Pretty
So we've come to an agreement that we're going to go to this thing and play nice, and if there's a problem, there's a problem. But if there is not a problem,
Yes, I have no problem dealing with a problem when the problem comes up.
But be
yes.
cautious so you're not shocked when the problem comes up.
Oh, I am never shocked when a problem comes up. Problems come up all the time. Do you know how many grandchildren I have? Many of them have been
Consider-
surprise problems.
clarification. Are you saying your grandchildren are problems?
No, I'm just saying some of them were very happy accidents.
One did
I'm
try
not
to
gonna.
kill you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna investigate this conversation topic any further.
Fun fact, whenever I make a goblin encounter, I roll a percentile to see if one of Rash's grandkids are in it.
Yes! Good!
Anyway. As you all prepare yourselves, Morning Dewdrop goes and collects your escort. Another fairy guard regiment. Another fairy guard regiment basically walks you through the castle out towards the training grounds. It's like beautiful outdoor courtyard and arena. You can see a number of fairy knights practicing like sparring in the middle. And as you're brought into the royal box, Peaceful Peace Blossom is sat, and next to her is a older looking woman, similar to Mother Myrtle, but a little bit more green, who kind of looks towards you all and smiles. Peaceful
Green
Peace
like
Blossom
my
says-
kind of green?
Yeah, like your kind of green.
So does she seem or not seem like she would have been one of the others that were there when I left?
She was definitely one of the ones that you saw when you left.
Oh, okay.
And
Now, I'm definitely like looking because I'm not sure if she knows because I was different then.
Peaceful Peace Blossom's sitting there. Ah, Vim! Friends, you have arrived in time for the flight of the Ladybug Knights.
Yes, I'm very excited to see how
Yes.
this all works.
Then, of course, we can get started. Lady Greta, will you perform your opening ceremony? And the woman just kind of nods, and you see her lift her arm, and magic begins to float out of her hands and surround the ladybugs as they glow. And as the ladybugs take off with their pixie knights, you see them beginning to basically magically produce this beautiful rainbow of smoke. that they fly all around the castle, and then they fly down out and towards and a little bit out of your view. As they fly out of view, Peaceful Peace Blossom says, "Yes, they are flying down to the castle town to show off how beautiful their flight is."
The Ladybug Blue Angels.
Yeah,
Yes.
basically. And yeah, they fly all the way around fairy territory. And they come back about 30 minutes later after doing some loops in the sky. At one point, they use the smoke to make like a Luna face in the sky.
Manipulative tactic. During their show, Vim just
During
over to
their
Darius.
Vim, can you make me a wisdom saving throw?
It's not my best save. That's
Vim-
I'm gonna hero play that
Go for it.
and roll a 5. Once I click the thing again, roll 20's being laggy.
Oh,
for me.
there we go. 22.
Vim, you get like a little bit of a headache for a second. And just for like a split second, your vision changes. You're back in that like nightmare moth mode.
Mm-hmm.
And looking around you, you see desolation. You see the stands that are filled with fairy knights, filled with skeletons and other creatures, as well as pixies that are in like this like black dread armor. You see Peaceful Peace Blossom sitting beside you on top of one of the hags that saw you when you exited, basically taking magic from her very like existence and pulling it and throwing it towards the Ladybug Knights, who are like going, you can see them swooping down into a town that is on fire. And then it comes
So-
back to the regular vision again.
To be clear, the hag was doing that herself.
The hag was having their magic like taken. The hag was like tied to a chair, and Peaceful Peace Blossom was just pulling the magic off of her and sending it where she wanted it.
Okay. When I look over that direction, as this, are either of them looking at me?
No.
Okay.
But then your vision returns to normal
yeah.
like a second later.
I am going to lean over to Darius and speak very lowly. It's not an illusion. I think they're using the connection this place has between the material plane and the plane I'm from, the dream. I just saw a little bit. I think one of them tried something, and I saw, and it's hell. It's bad.
The ladybugs are bats. They're
Everything-
swooping.
Hey, what you got against bats, man?
I like bats more than I like ladybugs, I'll be honest.
Bats are great.
Okay, I didn't say bats. I just want to make sure that was clear.
Yeah.
I said it's bad.
I say equally as quietly to Vim, I believe you. Worrisome. We will need a lot more proof to convince the others to get their help.
I
Being
know.
right isn't sufficient.
I know. I just I needed one. I needed at least one. I'm gonna lose it, Darius.
Darius is gonna try something. He has seen this technique employed by young members of his cloister when they thought the elders weren't looking, and Darius is gonna hold out a fist as a sign of solidarity.
Ah,
Bug barb. Just right into it.
I want that drawn so much. Darius.
amazing.
Darius'
Also
fist
just,
is
like-
probably pretty big compared to Vim's little.
Oh yeah, well,
I was
especially
also
because
gonna
mine's
say it's like this is Vim and this is Darius's Vim.
basically between the art and my. It's almost like a long, like barb is almost like
Yeah.
fingers going this way, and then just like a much smaller part that's like the other part of the finger.
Here's a question I've never really thought about too much. Does Darius have claws?
Probably.
Yeah, unless he
Yeah.
was declawed.
Would make sense.
Are they retractable though? Some
Yes,
cats
it's
can't
like
retract their
D4.
claws.
It's a
What if
D4.
Darius
It's a
has
D4
fingers?
slashing.
Just
Oh.
No, hear me out. Fingers, but then with cat claws.
Interesting.
I'm actually thinking Darius probably has pretty thick fingers, kind of more like cat hands almost. Dexterous enough that he can use tools, but
I'm like kind of imagining like Thundercats vibes.
Trick question, Darius has tentacles.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
Furry, furry tentacles.
Every fiber of my being is rebelling.
but
Why
haven't
not
you guys heard?
Dariusburg?
Mind flayers are cool now. They're hot. You can have romance scenes with them.
Oh, no.
Matthew,
Would
only
never.
degenerates do that.
Yeah, you're right. I don't care for that at all.
So that was not convincing, buddy. That was.
See, here's the thing.
If you want to see Matt romance a mind flare, come and join us for Baldur's Gate 3 on Saturdays.
No, I watched the video footage of conversation you have with a romance partner who can take that route, and it unnerved the hell out of me. I'm like, this is wrong.
I rebelled against that so hard I threw my phone.
Mild, very quick tangent here. Usually I am the kind of person who would say, a person is their mind and their soul and everything, and you could put someone into a robot body and it'd be the same person. I am not cool with mind flayer transformation. Something about it's just wrong. Plus, it looks incredibly painful.
Well, and you lose your soul.
Yeah, part of it's the hive mind part.
Yes, the potential to be just subsumed into a greater intelligence that does not have your well-being in mind.
As far as in the game goes, what are our what are our seating?
It's a lovely, little royal box. So there's, Peaceful Peace Blossom, Lady Greta, and then the party also has, a bench beside Peaceful Peace Blossom.
Yeah, I guess I am trying to figure out, who's sitting closest to the host.
It would probably be Luna and Evie sitting closest to Peaceful Peace Blossom. Levy, if you will.
Evie, come here real quick. And I'm motioning for her to come over instead of us talking right next to them.
A little pseudopod that you can only imagine contains some sort of auditory receptor. Inches over your way.
Well, that's something. Okay, I'm telling you this before because I've shown you the proof of the other version of this world, the dream version of this world. I'm pretty sure somebody just tried something on me, got a little bit fuzzy, and then I saw a different version. I don't think it's an illusion. I think they're using the dream world of this place. The hag next to Peaceful Peace Blossom doesn't, based on what I saw briefly, doesn't seem like she's fully here on her own will. And also, I'm pretty sure when me and Evie looked up information about hags, we learned about the whole kind of covens and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm pretty sure I didn't know her when I was here with Mother Myrtle, but I'm pretty sure I saw her when I left. I'm pretty sure she was Mother Myrtle's sister, or one of her sisters. But I don't think she's fully here. I'm a little confused on that part. I will admit, I'm not going to act like I have all the answers here, because it didn't seem like they liked me very much, but they might have just not known what I was when I left. Everything happened really fast then, but based on a flash of what I just saw, don't think they're here. She's here of her own will. Not saying we strike, I'm just giving information.
Yes, Luna, aren't the Ladybug Knights lovely?
They are so very cute.
Every day they do this flight in order to show their beauty and prowess.
Every single day they get to ride the ladybugs?
Yes, every day.
That sounds like a cool job.
It is quite lovely. After the demonstration forgot the word for a second. You are all brought to a massive dining hall. It is like 3 long wooden tables with like another wooden table at the head with Peaceful Peace Blossom, Morning Dewdrop, Evening Bell. Gentle Breeze is actually already eating because she's going to be serving you all through the evening. And the rest of the fairy court all sat with like you having a special seat beside the queen. All of the knights are sitting at these like long tables eating. Food is being like magically brought in. There's like entire roasted it looks like a strange sort of like bird. It's like almost like an ostrich.
Oh my.
Like a chocobo sort of thing.
Nice.
It's just like a really big roasted bird. It's just in the middle of each of the tables. In addition to that, there's a number of like vegetarian options. Of course, there's a variety of salads, a ratatouille, this like lovely sort of like vegetable dish that is several different cooked veggies that have been like stacked on their side and made to be like this like beautiful like tartare almost.
Yeah.
And it's just quite nice and delicious. There's like food all over the place, pretty much anything that you could think of. There's like oysters, there's seafood. There's even goblin gruck, which is like a goblin mash of just like leftovers and meat.
Rash is absolutely gonna judge the quality of this gruck.
It's good. It's good gruck.
Good gruck, alright.
Evie,
This is good gruck.
Evie, they called this one rat patootie, but I can't find any rat in it. Do you think it's safe for me to eat?
It is made out of vegetables, so I think you will be okay.
Then why did they call it rat patootie?
They called it ratatouille, but the root word is still rat, and honestly, I am not familiar with the linguistics on that.
Oh, okay.
We have a similar dish on my world. It is
Do they
considered.
call it catatouille?
No, it still has rats in it.
I like how it still has rats in it, as if this one does.
Oh, it doesn't? I've
Oh.
lost interest.
As dinner is served.
Oh, I have an answer. So French word rata meaning a stew with whole pieces, and the verb tuer. I don't speak
Tuer.
French. Anyway, tuer,
Tuer.
which means to stir,
Tuer.
toss, or mix. Wow.
Yeah.
Now I know.
In addition to that, there is of course a band playing the evening. There's music after like dinner is done. The middle table floats up into the sky, and there's like a large dance floor where people are dancing. Does anyone wish to partake in the fairy dance?
I mean, if Nita's not here, no.
That's fair.
Aww.
If you'd like,
What-
Darius, you are free to take the hand of Morning Dewdrop or Evening Bell.
That would be an awkward looking dance.
If you wish to
I have-
dance.
I have a rash.
Yes, she's right there.
No. on
Rash
my-
will start. Oh, is that the invitation? Yes, Darius. Come, grabs
Oh,
Darius.
I have sprained all 4 of my ankles.
I'm going to start dancing with Darius, or attempting to.
All right, so
Give me a
Darius.
strength check.
I think it's gonna be like
Will
the thing
do!
where the kids
Keep in mind-
and the adults
Keep in
doing
mind,
this, and the
I am
adults just standing
significantly bigger than you, wearing plate armor.
Rash, would you like to rage?
But she's a barbarian.
Yes,
I'm a
that's what concerns me.
barbarian.
Would you like to rage for this to get advantage?
Kind of, but I'm. Let's see what time.
Conserve
is it?
those rages.
No.
No, I will not. I'll burn one of my rages for this. Absolutely, I'll burn one of my rages.
Yeah.
I
okay.
go into. I'll say this.
A festive
Rash,
rage.
Yeah, Rash immediately goes into this sort of like trance of like, oh yeah, she remembers what the Ragers were like at the Goblin Horde. Like when they partied, they fucking partied. So like, Rash is absolutely. She hears Darius say her name or things say her name. It's like, oh yes, let's party. Flies into a dance rage. Tries to
Athletics with advantage.
grapple Darius into dancing.
We'll say it's against your reflex DC, Darius, so 10 plus your reflex save.
I would say because I'm just staying stock still would be against my constitution.
It's
I'm
an
just trying to figure out
opposed
what
athletics check.
I'm just trying to figure out
Sure.
what reflex is.
It's an opposed athletics check, Darius. Make an athletics
You need to
check.
beat a 25.
20.
Beat a
Uh-huh.
20.
Close, but not.
Rash manages to pull Darius onto the dance floor. They begin to dance.
Come on, Gotek, time to go!
Luna, Evie, are the two of you going to dance?
Evie extends a pseudopod.
Luna takes it.
And I go to the dance floor and do the weird jelly dance that Evie kind of does.
Oh, Vim!
So
it looks
cute.
like you're the fifth wheel again.
I don't dance.
Again.
Diabolical.
If you'd like, I can order someone to dance with you.
That's a really weird thing. Now, why would you?
I feel
would
like
you
it'd be
do
the
that?
only way someone would want to.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't want to dance with them. So what would it matter?
That's not satisfying. Hold on.
Yeah, are we sure we're not in a battle right now?
I mean, you had to use a rage against your own party member.
This feels like an attack.
So
yes.
did you pulling Darius onto the dance floor?
The dance is had. It's a lovely dance. And
Was
then does oh, sorry, go ahead, Chad.
Was Greta here during this
No.
thing, or is she? Yeah, figured as much, but thought I'd try.
And then dessert is brought out. First up is a cake in the shape of like Luna's bust, like Luna up. It's like a Luna
Gotcha.
cake.
Not
Yeah.
a Luna bust.
Yeah,
A
not
Luna
Luna's
bust, not Luna's
Luna's
bust.
bust
No,
is
like
what
a
you
Luna
said.
bust.
You said Luna's
Luna's
bust.
Because I was thinking like
very
the bust statue. That's like the.
confused.
Anyway, it is a carrot
A
cake.
bust of Luna. Okay.
Cute.
Oh.
It is a lovely carrot cake that has a nice like buttercream icing. Then there is a Eevee sort of like Jello that's brought out.
Evie turns a deep magenta thinking of the implications of what eating this cake would imply.
In addition to that, there is a number of Darius cookies, basically all around. With the Darius cookies, there is a rash. There's a number of like chocolate rashes.
Cute.
And
Delicious.
last but not least, there are two Vim desserts. There is one that's sort of like, you know how like you can string popcorn on like a line, but it's like it appears to be popped corn that's in the shape of like Vim's like bug form. And then in addition
On the
to
larval
that,
form.
yeah, there appears
Good.
to also be some like lovely like butterfly like wings based off of Vim's wings that have been made into like these like poured sugar concoctions. So it's all lovely themed desserts. Y'all, anyone eating anything in particular? Want to know what
Vim
it
is-
tastes like?
I am
Vim is
going to
standing
have
at his
the
party
carrot cake.
Already anticipating the how easily swayed people are by cheap manipulation.
The Eevee gelatin
Luna's
is strawberry
very
flavored.
trusting. I'm sorry.
Oh,
This is just who
Vim
she
has
is.
Vim has never entertained the idea that that Luna was going to be the one that he got through to on this.
Okay, good.
Getting through to Luna on this was always only contingent on getting through Eevee first.
This is no way.
Gonna say,
Evie
does
will
Luna,
also take
does
a
Luna
take a
eat
tentative-
Evie?
I mean,
Shame on
maybe
you.
tonight.
There's only one
I
bed
said what
after
I
all.
said. I said what I said.
Evie will take a tentative bite of her own gelatinous form.
It's strawberry.
Because-
It's like strawberry jello.
It's, you know,
Is that a weird texture thing?
Honestly, I have to imagine it's how someone like you with an exoskeleton might feel eating something crunchy.
wait, how do you bite things?
I don't. And she just kind of like,
Absorbs it.
Okay.
The
I thought maybe you
Darius-
could selectively
Fascinating.
harden bits and form like a beak.
I mean, a beak. No.
Because you have pseudopods.
Elaborate
It's like an
on
octopus.
that.
Because you have pseudopods,
Where-
it's like an octopus.
Yeah.
Octopi don't have.
They
That's,
They do.
Well,
Are you-
yes,
are you-
but not like I have. That's a different.
Are you not an invertebrate?
I am an invertebrate, but I don't have
The
a
way you,
Darius,
the way you
you
said
are
it sounded
saying
like an insult.
all of me. Where would I hide a beak?
Well, no, he was saying you can, like, form it.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, like, I thought to bite things, you selectively harden parts of yourself to form a beak to tear at things.
I mean, I selectively
You
form
what?
a mouth.
Yes, but is it a
Specifically to
mouth?
bite things, you turn into.
I mean, things with beaks have mouths.
Yes. So why would you call my mouth a beak? That's anyway. It's semantics. I can selectively form a mouth. I cannot selectively harden parts of myself.
I know. I keep thinking like how anyone who has like waterbenders in Avatar somehow can also selectively
saying
change the temperature
anything,
of water.
Will.
Killing me, Maya.
This is a horrifying conversation, and I hate all of you because
You
even
just
just like
said all this. I'm just sitting here minding my own damn business, eating my own rash form.
It's a very nice chocolate. It's like a dark chocolate that has a white chocolate filling.
Damn right it is.
It's like a
Darius, actually, I think Rash would probably know this because she's probably watched Evie digest her meals.
Yeah.
Evie opens her mouth, but realistically, she just pushes
Putin.
food through like a membranous dermal layer, and it dissolves inside of her. She
Fun
absorbs
fact.
the nutrients.
Yeah, like a gelatinous cube.
Very much so, yes.
Fun fact: Darius has never watched any of you eat. He considers it kind of rude.
I mean,
That's why I amended my statement to Rash would probably have noticed this,
Yeah.
because Rash would almost definitely be like, how exactly is she consuming this food that I have made for her?
Fully
That
that.
just calls
Also,
into another idea that Darius has not watched us eat, but he's definitely heard Vim eat because Vim has mandibles.
Yes. He might have thought that was Evie at one point. Like, oh yeah, I guess she can harden parts into like a beak.
That's so funny.
I
That's
like
so
the idea.
funny.
I like the idea that he's seen her like form the mouth, but to eat specifically, it's like, oh, but that's gotta be a beak.
He probably heard when he was very young once that the optimal like mouth configuration is actually a beak, and he's just thought, oh, anyone who could choose what kind of mouth they would have would probably choose a beak.
wow.
It's not actually true, but he heard it one day.
Does
and,
Darius
those,
have bird envy?
I mean, they can fly. I'm very heavy. I'm the farthest away from flying of all of you.
Aw, sad.
Oh wait, a catapult.
Okay, Darius. I was a cat. A
a
pole.
catapult.
Damn it! I didn't even think of that.
I do have that
Hey!
spell.
Launch
Which is
yourself
weird
right into
because
that one.
I usually default to trebuchet.
Nice.
I do love a good old-fashioned trebuchet.
I have a kit. I can make a
I'm
little
sorry.
one. I've never
Do you
done it.
mean a trebuchet?
It's
Hey.
funny because that is French for cat. I know that much French.
I got him
What a
today.
mysterious and dead language it is.
Damn.
I wish France
now-
still existed.
And now the assassins from Quebec get Matthew.
Oh, like they
Amazing.
care.
I hope France still
Also-
exists. It's where Zoe is right now.
Yeah.
She's just walking around in an empty void like that John Travolta gif. Like,
It's like a lost belt situation. Anyway, the night of merriment is had. After dessert, there are drinks brought out. Feel free to partake or not. It is up to you. And eventually, the evening begins to wind down into the night. Peaceful often goes like, I think I shall take my leave for the night, friends. I shall see you in the morning with Mother Myrtle.
Rash
Okie dokie.
Peace.
has a PTSD flashback to the last time she drank an alcohol from somebody she didn't know, right before going to bed, and then like all of the pirate nonsense happened. So she's going to remember Vim's words and not partake in any sort of drink,
That's
at
fair.
least.
Evie will have a little sippy sip of probably whatever Luna is drinking.
There's like a plum wine that they have that looks pretty yummy.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Kenna
right.
Raitainen loves a plum wine.
Morning dewdrop and evening bell accompany peaceful peace blossom to her chambers, and gentle breeze stays with you all.
So how do you like working here?
Oh, I mean, it's quite lovely. As the
I mean,
queen's
propaganda aside.
as the queen's consort, I get to see most of the best things that this castle has to offer.
So consort or like consort?
Yes,
All right.
That sounds like a lot of responsibility.
it's very nice. I mean,
Is
it's
there any
we're
sort of
basically-
feelings there for you?
we're basically like a power quadruple. I don't know what the word would be.
Hexagon.
A polycule.
Yeah, we're like a power polycule that has ruled a planet.
Interesting. Is it more of a like alliance sort of thing, or is it more of a feelings thing for you?
Well, I mean, for myself, the only reason why I exist now is because of Peaceful Peace Blossom, so I'm indebted to her.
What do you mean?
Many of the fairies were trapped. Many of her supporters were trapped by the previous fairy king, and it wasn't until that she killed them and released us all that we returned to being people again. We used to just be like these little stone statues in the middle of the forest.
Oh, how
Good
sad.
for her.
What was the king like as far like he wasn't a fairy?
No, he was a fairy, but he was just, a bit of an asshole. He didn't, he wouldn't message.
That Myrtle did not like.
He wouldn't send back if you sent a sending. He was really rude at the table. Just a general asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And you said he, pardon me for assuming anything, but you are all female, yes?
No, there are male fairies.
Did he send those ones into the forest to be frozen as well, or was it just the females?
He was the last fairy. Yeah, it was just
Well-
everyone getting turned to stone because he was like, our power is too great for the universe to handle, and then he turned us all to stone except for him. Which,
Oh, I see.
kind of a dick move.
Not a misogynist, just a general asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then it does sound like Peaceful Peace Blossom did a good thing by overthrowing him.
Yes. Objectively speaking, she freed a number of people from captivity. Myself included.
And then made herself the ruler.
Yes.
Well,
I
someone
mean,
had to do
Before
it.
she was the queen.
yes, they ruled together.
You have to listen to the story, Darius.
Yes,
No,
if you'd
I
like,
know
I can
the
give you.
story.
I can give you the deep, peaceful Peace Blossom lore. You see, once upon a time, and she throws out this piece of.
I
pixie
twist a little
dust.
dial on my helmet and the glass goes opaque.
Once
Evie
upon a
listens with
time,
rapt attention.
this planet was prosperous. Amarillia was a beautiful garden world. We
I'm
would
eating
send.
Vim popcorn.
We would send flowers around the universe, and that would be able to sustain entire planets. In fact, Gilded Garden is only habitable because of the seeds that were brought from here that terraformed it. Then, after that, we began to see more prosperity here, and the fairies began growing in power, and many good things were brought here. The hags that made their home on this planet became increasingly more powerful because they were directly able to tap into the wellspring of the planet's soul itself. Whilst they were doing so, they began to call that magic, and as they called more and more of that magic out from the soul of the planet, with Mother Myrtle at the head, the pixies gained more and more power. It was at that point that the Pixie King realized that we were becoming, as he put it, far too powerful for the universe. We had the ability to turn dreams to reality. And he said that could be dangerous depending on the dreamer. And so, he sealed all of our power away and sealed all of us away. and put his bride, Peaceful Peace Blossom, who was opposed to that and wanted the fairies to share their dream magic throughout the entirety of the cosmos, into a mirror and sent her off-world as a diplomat's gift.
Well, Vim, I would assume you would be grateful for this, for it sounds like this king would have not liked you.
That's true.
He does
Vim
not
is
like
actually
dream gods.
considered a dream god in some circles.
Oh, that's very cool. I shall have to teach you how to use dream magic, Vim.
That would be really
Would
useful.
that not be very cool?
I mean, I think technically all my magic is dream magic because it's kind of nature of the beast.
But maybe there's
Perhaps a friendly sparring match then. Never
Oh,
hurts
no,
to learn new skills,
I'm
Vim.
very much a lover and not a fighter.
I'm not
Well-
interested in that kind of sparring.
Yes, to be honest, Vim, you're not really my type, I'm afraid.
I'm glad.
Like,
That's-
if I'm
Ooh.
Very.
Ow.
That's
I-
appreciated. No, that's
I mean,
a compliment.
And I will just say this, none of you really are what I find, like, you know, like, objectively, like, yeah, you're all very attractive people, but none of you are, like, my type.
Oh,
that makes
none.
sense.
You've got
Yeah,
Peace Blossom.
yeah,
and
I
all
have
the
Peaceful
others.
Peace Blossom.
Oh,
and
Listen, I am
others.
what I call an old war horse. I have done my time.
Anyway, if you have
As if
any
she's not going to continue.
advice for using dream magic,
Hey,
maybe
it's
then
a
can
very
make use of it.
It's a very difficult process, but if you're going to be here for a bit, I'd be more than happy to share with you what I know. At some point, I know that, and you see her like look around for a second as like the party's kind of died down and it's all just kind of you now in this room with like a few guards, and she like whispers, "I know that you were headed towards a certain fen, Vim, and things there may not be what they seem. So, it could be very helpful for you to be aware as to what's around you when you go."
Is that the only place where things aren't what they seem?
I mean, everything has another side to it. Every dream has a nightmare.
Yeah, I think some might be getting a reminder of that soon.
You see some guards like starting to walk towards you all. Oh, the evening's festivities are done. If you would be so kind as to return to your rooms. It's like, oh, yes, I will take you all there now. And she,
We would really appreciate the escort.
yeah, she starts flying you down to your rooms.
How
Am I
nervous.
getting...
Question, how nervous did she look when
Make an
the
insight check.
guards were coming?
Yeah, I want to make an insight check too.
Just gonna give it a shot with a plus
I'll throw
0.
one out there.
Ugh.
Vim, Luna, the two of you can tell she was a little bit on edge when the guards came
Okay.
towards you.
Yeah.
Like, she was worried that she might have overheard something, but she, like, quickly
Okay.
composed herself.
So with that, do I get any vibe on whether that was a genuine, like,
That was a
Hint?
genuine warning.
okay, I want to make sure it's a genuine hint and not like setting bait. Okay.
And yeah, you all are taken to your rooms. They're lovely rooms. Rash, your room is burgundy and gold themed. There's like a very large bed, like a king-sized bed in the
Nice.
back corner of the room. Vin,
She's gonna
yours-
make a nest in the middle.
Yours is nice, but it's nothing extravagant. In addition to that, Darius...
It's so hilarious how many of this woman's insults are things that Vim does not give a shit about.
Darius, your room is pretty basic as well. It's
Really fine with that.
very, like, utilitarian. There's also been some, like, iron, which is weird, in one of the corners for you.
Oh. That is a weird thing to
Yeah.
find in a
It is like
cafe.
wrapped. It is like wrapped, so you can tell it was brought here with like. It was brought here with safe hands.
Good
Um,
gift.
And Luna and
Crafting
Evie,
material.
your room has a massive bed in it. It's a circular bed that has like no headboard.
Is there a mirror on the ceiling?
There's a mirror on the ceiling.
Oh, golly.
Heart-shaped hot tub in the corner.
No.
Flower
It
petals
is
everywhere.
like a very circular bed. It's
Everywhere.
built into the wall though, so it's more like a half. It's like an oval, and then there's just pillows all over it. It's very comfy looking.
Which fairy was the one that was guiding us here?
Gentle breeze.
Okay.
Yes.
And when we get to the rooms, then we'll look. Says, I may take you up on those lessons.
Yes, I will be happy to thoroughly educate. Just allow me to check on everyone else, please, Vim. But perhaps, and she once again looks around, she notices that there's no guards around. She just says, do not rest. You are in danger.
Then just gives a
Damn.
nod. And with that part, was that just to me or to the group?
That was just to you, Vim. This is when you're in your room.
Okay.
I won't be able to warn everyone else, but I can get to one of the other rooms before things start to happen.
Windows open?
There's no windows here. Vim, okay, I'll do this now. And she goes into her pocket and she pulls out this like little bit of powder. Breathe this in, and she like throws it at your face.
Again with the powder throwing.
Pixie dust.
Pixies are vicious.
Just fully dosing somebody.
Vim, as this powder hits you, your vision begins to clear. You see yourself now in nightmare moth mode.
Cool.
I am now what people see when I shoot them with it.
Yes, sitting in a cell.
Yeah.
Where the bed was is a massive spider web.
Like run into
and
everyone else's rooms and find out what all the other things
You are in a cell. She says that she can go to one other room before things happen. Who do you want to send her to?
Evie.
Evie? Okay.
Hell yeah.
Smart.
Well, I know, I'm pretty sure Evie can send messages. I thought
I
anyway.
would not be so sure.
If anybody could.
I do have one sending stone.
If anybody could in the group, it would be Evie. But also, that's kind of a twofer.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, because you get Evie and Luna. Do we remember
Yeah.
who had the other sending stone?
Rash.
I don't. Okay.
I did.
Evie and Luna, what are the two of you getting up to? There's this like beautiful bed. There is
Yeah.
cushions.
Tell us what
there's
you're getting up to.
champagne.
If you don't mind, I can take some of the pillows and you can take the bed. It's really, it's no trouble. I'm
large
pleased
enough that
with you.
both of us could probably sleep on that and be comfortable.
I mean, if it doesn't bother you, it doesn't bother me.
I would not be bothered.
Okay.
As y'all are starting to crawl in, you hear a knock at your door. Luna, Evie, it is me, Gentle Breeze. Vim said that you may be in need of my services this evening. May I come in?
Sure.
She opens the door, she closes it behind her, and sees you two about to get into bed. She says, "Oh, don't get in there just yet."
Oh, we weren't gonna
Yes,
do any.
and she floats towards you two. And as she does, she like pulls out this powder and she throws it over both of you. And the two of you also now begin to correct your vision. And you see the bed you were about to jump into was another massive spider web.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Evie tries to shield Luna's eyes. It's ineffective. She's see-through.
You are all in danger.
Cute.
They are going to try to kill Vim. We need you to get your friends, and we need to get the 5 of you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, the 5 of you out of the castle as soon as possible. And as she's saying that, Vim, your door is opening. And I'm going to move us to the map.
A map? Whatever could we need a map for?
A map?
Oh, it's
Darius and Rash, because the two of you were not warned, you are going to be starting in the spider web, which is just difficult
Yeah.
terrain.
I
Fighting a Drider?
Walking into Vim's room
fully imagine that Rash just.
is
Shit.
a Drider.
You know, I
Hot.
can appreciate the armor.
People are so thirsty for the Drider Carnus in Baldur's Gate.
And my friends Luna, Vim, and Evie are going to start by rolling for initiative. I'm going to roll the Dryad's and the Driders initiative.
Oh, shitty initiative.
Hate to get it worse.
But better than them.
I did a nat one, so
Still better than them.
Rash
you have
just
great
fully
initiative,
dives into the web unsuspecting and is just like trying to roll around and make herself comfortable in the pillows.
Yeah, it's a web. I mean, you don't know it's a web, but yeah.
Nah.
Boop.
Oddly sticky bedding.
It is.
It's a cultural thing.
And as the Drider enters your room, Vim, they say, "Excellent. I was hoping to slay a dream being tonight." And they pull out their weapon. And as they do, combat begins, but we are going to save that for next time. So thank you all so much for
We're
joining
going to save
us
scum that.
for tonight's Astral Calling. Join us next time as our party discovers what has happened because of the fairy invasion. Don't forget to check out many other shows if you're watching on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night.